So in this age of anonymous sources, especially pertaining to the NBA, there's a few things that have been playing out in front of us in real time. One, a reporter going viral for admitting she used to make fake sideline reports. And two, Sports Illustrated admitting that they use AI and fake authors for some of their articles. And then if you take a step back and look at the overall media landscape of how things are changing, Sports Illustrated since 2019 had a round of layoffs, and in 2023, media outlets like BuzzFeed are struggling. Same thing for Complex Magazine. And the biggest of them all is Vice Media. A lot of these media outlets have relied on social media algorithms in order to exist, and they've been living off of inflated valuations. But in the journalism culture, they've always prided themselves with reporting with integrity, almost like a badge of honor. But in this present day landscape, mixed in with tech, the lines are blurred as journalism and entertainment are beginning to blend into one another. And it's only a matter of time before the AI becomes the anonymous sources reporting that the NBA player doesn't want to be part of a team, etc., etc. It could be on behest of the owner or the player. Who knows? But I'm going to piece this together because there's multiple parts to this. First, we're going to hear from Carissa Thompson as she admitted to making up fake sideline reports.
I've said this before, so I haven't been fired for saying it, but I'll say it again. I would make up the report sometimes because A, the coach wouldn't come out at halftime, or it was too late, and I was like, I didn't want to screw up the report, so I was like, I'm just going to make this up. Because first of all, no coach is going to get mad if I say, hey, we need to stop hurting ourselves. We need to be better on third down. We need to stop turning the ball
Pressure
over.
the quarterback.
Yeah, exactly. and do a better job of getting off the field. Like, they're not going to correct me on that.
Right.
So I'm like, it's fine. I'll just make up the report.
So that right there, where she didn't really say anything crazy, sparked outrage. A lot of journalists had to pretend that they were outraged in order to make their companies look good, or just sort of back up the integrity of the big institutions that they tend to work for, whether it be Fox, CNN, etc. But there was a lot of fake outrage for this, which was very interesting. But then, of course, the bombshell hit when another media outlet sort of dug into Sports Illustrated and some of their authors and pressed the issue of Sports Illustrated using fake AI, fake AI authors to write their articles, which all of a sudden, when this was brought up, all those authors disappeared and all those articles were nowhere to be found on their site. And ironically enough, I don't know if this is a formula, I should say, that a lot of companies use nowadays. Sports Illustrated had blamed a third-party company that they outsourced their articles and content to. Now, this is a formula I'm seeing a lot of companies starting to use in a way to kind of avoid any accountability. We've seen this play out in the Travis Scott Astroworld Festival fiasco, in which Live Nation kind of employed third-party security, third-party vendor workers, third-party organizers overall to set up the exits, to set up the whole venue, because basically this event took place in a parking lot. So they had to set it up to become like a venue. But this way, Live Nation, in a way, they kind of scapegoated any type of responsibility because a third-party company was hired to make sure that there were enough exits and everything was safe. From head of security of the concert all the way up into just an overall stage design. Everything was third party. And this formula is really mastered by McDonald's, as they loan out their brand name to mom and pop franchises for a fee, which is pretty much their main business. But SI was kind of operating under the same type of umbrella, where now they're escaping accountability, saying that they hired a third-party content company called Advon Commerce to create their content, and they used AI without them knowing. But unfortunately for Sports Illustrated, it hurt their brand name equity so bad that they end up letting go of their CEO. They actually even admitted in articles that they terminated him. There's nothing wrong with these companies using AI, but the fact that they're hiding that they're using AI is the funny thing. Once again, the lines are getting blurred in between the pride and ethics, quote unquote, of the journalism culture versus the TV culture, which there is no pride and ethics. It's just about ratings. But again, a lot of this came into question because all these AI generated authors had bio pages of just hobbies and everything that they like to do. This was really orchestrated. Oh, this was completely fake. because there are quite a few media companies that use AI generated content, and they list it at the bottom of the articles.